Hey everybody, what is up? NihonTiger here. Welcome back to iRacing. So shout out to starting 11th out of 13th in this race, and boy, this is a quite a production car race here that we've got here with the MX-5s. It's a big field. It's a big field, 13 here, and let's see, we've got 19 in total here at the Charlotte Roval. This car is a handful to drive around here. It does not like the banking in any of the corners. It gets very, very unsettled and starts to oversteer in the banking. And good luck, everybody. And we are in a race with some names I recognize from MX-5 races past.
Yeah, good luck. Let's try and beat
Most of the series ringers appear to be in this one. Guys who are really, really fast in the MX-5, like Max Bunovich and Garrett Griffin.
Not worth taking without balance to risk it.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of fast cars. I was about almost 2 seconds off pace here.
Green, green, green.
Oh, come on, dude. I got people in front of me. You just hit the gas. Jesus. I've never driven these cars before, my man. Thankfully only a 0x, but super, super careless there.
Sorry, Pam.
It's just a race of survival at this point. This corner in particular, the car gets very tight. The car likes to oversteer.
Got a car on the left.
The banking, yeah, I'm gonna let them by. Like, they're gonna be really aggressive here at the start. So,
Car on the left.
if you guys want to wreck each
Stay
other,
right there.
have at it.
Clear on the
I'll
left.
just hang out here and last. You guys can just go wreck each other because you're being stupid. Shift up there. Why did I shift up? Car never gets the car never redlines in 5th around here. For somebody to bin it into the outside wall there. See that they are already rubbing quite a bit up there. A little bit of smoke from the contact.
Go to the bottom.
That's what you gotta be careful of. That fence gate will kill you, and our friend who ran us over at the start just found out the hard way. You can't go wide there. I had to lift, unfortunately, so I lost a bit of my momentum. But lifting to avoid an accident, much preferred over being in the accident. And unfortunately, I'm way out of the draft here, so these guys are going to race each other, and they're going to get the advantage of being in the draft down the straights here. Just pull away, seconds at a time. Yes. Very quick, very hard that first turn. You want to shift before you get to the banking here. It causes a lot of issues. Very 4th through there. Gas early, nicely timed there. A little bit of biggest mistake I'll usually see right there when you're coming out of that corner is people just hammer down on the gas. The car will push toward the outside. It'll understeer a little bit. The corner is cambered. I think when you come out of the corner and get on the straight, it's got an off camber to it. We'll have to maybe check on the next lap here. It definitely seems to kind of try and yank you to the right side of the road toward that gate that I mentioned the other guy ran into. Yeah, the reason they're getting so much speed is they're all together in the draft there. I had to let off, so. Nice and down inside there. You gotta short shift a little bit to get to that 4th gear before you get to the bank corner. It's worth it.
Full car ahead.
Oh.
Car stops on the right. Car stops on the right.
Somebody spun.
Go left.
Nah, I went off a little bit. I had too much speed in that corner, so I just kind of lost it there on the edge. But it's okay. We gathered it up and got back on track. Got a free spot. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just the return to the normal flat part of the track that does it. You're coming out of the banking. I don't know. It feels like it pulls quite a bit. Positive of actually going off there, if there is one, is that we missed the spin in front of us. These guys are all again drafting off each other, getting a ton of speed going through the banking here. Just have to watch that, our speed going through that right-hander. You missed the apex.
You got a slow car on the left.
Very difficult.
Go to the top.
Ooh. Guess you heard the tires there, didn't you? You heard those tires squeal. Real careful coming out of there. A little bit of time,
Vamos, Frank.
but it's worth it maybe to make sure that you don't kill yourself, especially since it's only lap 5. We're up to 10th. So we've made up 3 spots just by being very careful.
Ten laps to go. You're in the top 10.
Be very careful. See that outside there? Car will sometimes, if you take too much speed in the corner, you'll catch that outside wall, and that's your race. Tire smoke there. I think somebody spun. Somebody did spin. So one thing to keep in mind with the this version of the Roval, the old version here, is that there's no runoff anywhere on the track. No runoff whatsoever, so you cannot put a tire wrong and expect to do well. Yeah, those guys in front of me are going to be banging off each other. Probably still plenty of time for some attrition. And I was fairly slow throughout, so I'm not too shocked that I'm this far back. Gas too hard there. Watch that outside. bank turns, car does not like the banking. Wants to run on the outside. A little too close to the inside there. Another 1X. Car. Apex in. There we go, nice and smooth onto the banking. Really get it too smooth of a entrance onto there, but it is what it is. So the hardest corner, I think, is that first corner, just a heavy braking zone. And keep in mind, this is not what the NASCAR guys are going to go through later this year. They redesigned the infield, in fact, twice. Shoutouts to that Speed Channel sign that's still there for some reason, even though the Speed Channel died and became Fox Sports 1. Shoutouts to Fox for killing Speed for some reason. Because niche channels suck. Oh!
You got a slow car on the left. Go to the bottom.
Ooh! Ooh! That was close. I wanted to slide out of there too. So that's one of the things to keep in mind with the track is if you go off, you need to safely get back on. You can't just try and pull on in front of somebody. You gotta watch your mirrors. You gotta know where somebody is, where they're coming at. Safety is very important on tracks where there's no runoff. Same thing with Lamrock Park. You can't just pull back on the track. You get stuff like that where the car doesn't like that. When you do that, it upsets the balance and you just end up spinning once you pull back onto the track. Very common to see that at Lamrock Park coming out of the downhill, which is the last corner. A lot of people that overshoot the outside and try to immediately pull back in and either hit somebody or they spin themselves out because they hook the tires. Get uphill, shift down. This is really mechanical at this point. In the corner a little bit. I know a lot of people are probably taking this faster and that's where they're getting their time from because they're getting a good run out here. Watch the shift there. Maybe I should hold the shift a little bit until I get up onto the banking. It could be slightly better there because I think when you shift like that, just the change in RPM is making the car slide a little bit in the rear. Like having more force applied to it than it actually can handle. So we're probably getting a little wheel spin when we do that, and that's enough to unsettle the car. That's why you don't necessarily like lateral braking zones too much either. As long as we aren't losing significant chunks of time, we're still, pay attention, don't take your damn eyes off the road. We're still running 8th. So, that was better. Yeah. I shifted a little later there. You probably saw me shift as I went up onto the banking when my wheels weren't as under as much lateral load from the turning. So I did lose a little bit of time, but I think it was a slightly smoother transition onto the banking. I didn't have to correct and have that issue where, oh, I get another one here. Always gotta be careful. We got 5 to go.
Five laps to go.
Kind of would like to catch a guy in front of me if I can. Don't know if it's gonna happen here. He's 8.9 out in front. If I can just maintain the gap to the guy behind me, I'll be golden. So I can either shift earlier when the car is about to turn in, or I can shift later when the car was up on the banking. I don't know which is faster. I'm surprised Max is only P4. He must have had a spin somewhere. He's only running that far back. He's normally an incredibly fast driver in MX-5. He's kind of an alien in this series. I've driven against him before, and he's just blown the doors off of me and everybody else I'll be raced against. There's some smoke there. Oh, I never shifted out of the fork, did I? I shifted down somewhere. Let's check my downshifts there for a moment. It's not good, you don't want to do that. Easy way to blow an engine. So 123s, mid to high 123s. This one might be a little bit slower. Uh-oh. Max wrecked himself. It's another spot for us though. We up to 6th. Track does seem familiar. I think I mentioned it. We ran this last season in Jeddah. So I am already a little familiar with how this track works on a different car. Very nicely done. Very easy to go off there. The secret with the MX-5, it's not just momentum, it's how you get the inputs into the car. Don't want to have a lot of extra turning force
2 laps to go.
on the wheel. It really doesn't do a whole lot more. It just causes a lot more strain on the tires, and they don't respond quite as nicely. It's easier to do it with the wheel. I raced the, for those of you that remember, I raced the MX-5 in a different game instead of Corsa, and I was doing that with a controller. And it was really hard to get the precise kind of inputs you need. With the controller, just being able to kind of roll the throttle in and out like that, and roll the steering, just gradually be able to pressure for each of the corners as need be. It's kind of undulating section here. Gas a little bit as I shift up. That seems to also help too. It is a little bit slower. Again, there's a few tenths there, but it does reduce the wheel spin, so quite happy with that. And again, we're sitting P6 with 1 lap to go. Got about 6 seconds to the guy behind us. No reason for us to really push too hard. We're 11 back of the guy in front of us too. So we've been losing a little bit here and there. A nice turn using that banking to our advantage. Flat through there. Shift down there so you can grab the gear. Grab those revs.
We've got a slow car on the left.
I don't even have time to look down yet. Somebody did go off. And that's the guy that we were racing.
Fucking hell.
Oh man, somebody could wreck on the
Martin, you're gonna get supported big time, man.
Must have got wrecked on the last lap, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, there's a wreck there. That's a shame. Well, we got back quite a bit of speed there. Looks like Edward's going to finish only about 4 seconds ahead of us. He has a little bit more speed coming out. So, did we finish top 5 because of that wreck? Or? We can take home 6th.
It's over.
6th is fine.
Great job,
6th
driver.
is really good. That will definitely takes 6th place. I was going into this expecting maybe we could pull out a top 10 if we got lucky, but yeah, we played it safe. It's not the most glamorous thing to do that. To be truthful with you. You want to go ahead and be able to pass people, but with the skill spread in this series as wide as it is, you're not always going to be able to pass somebody in a race. And sometimes you're just looking to survive, and you sure did today. 6th place, very helpful. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.